Hello guys, and welcome to another iRacing video. Today, the street stocks are back at Langley for this week. This is still week 10 by the way. It's the 23rd of November that I am recording this. I believe it's week 10 anyway. And yeah,
pit lane speed limit is 48 kilometers per
so
hour.
I did one of these races on one of my recent iRacing streams. So we're going to do another one on the channel. So yeah, this one in video form, and we'll see how this one can go. Now, I can't actually remember. I think I finished. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, good to know we have a few jokers in this group, then, isn't it? Good to know. Right, who was that? Let's have a look. So car number 10, I believe. Yes. So we come out in front of them. There's plenty of gap, and yep, they just spin us out. So there we go. That is a quite clear message to me. Stay away from car number 10. So we'll be staying away from that guy in the race. That is absolutely certain. Now so safety rating doesn't count during practice, so we're all right. But we just need to basically note, obviously, that
that's a new fastest lap for Campbell.
That we can't trust that guy, and it's also impeded on our practice time a little bit. However, you know, we're well into the week now. I have kind of learned, well, I'm still not the quickest around this track, but it's as quick as I'm probably going to be.
New fastest lap,
so it's not the worst thing ever. We'll let this guy go high, because he was, well, yeah, this car gets really loose, especially when you take different lines. I forget how bad this thing is to drive on cold tyres. In fact, as somebody ahead of me has just demonstrated.
Fastest lap for Campbell, 16.
And you can see the number 5 car ahead of me there, snapping as well. Very nice livery that. It's Chase Elliott's livery, I believe, or very similar to his livery anyway. Obviously this year's NASCAR champion. I was quite happy to find that out, really. I quite liked him at the time I was watching NASCAR, so that's cool. Anyway, so we've had a pretty decent little practice. We didn't really set a very competitive lap. We didn't really have a chance to, because every lap was ruined in one way or another. Car number 10 is very slow, so again, hopefully we can stay out their way during the race. Although, because judging by how aggressive they were, they're not going to be willing to give up a place when you lap them, I don't think. Although we'll see. Maybe it was just a one-off, although it does look pretty bad. It does look a little bit, not deliberate, but like over-aggressive. It's like, I'm in the way, and instead of just being nice, you go underneath me and then just spin me out. Whether it's intentional or not, it's a bit over-aggressive. Well, we had a pretty good start to this lap, so we'll see how we can finish it. Alright, so this is going to be a 16 point, that's going to be a 17.0, I think.
P3, that last lap was a 17.0.
Yes. We'll try and get a good lap here, because I really want to get a good one. Oh no, I thought I'd lost the car then. Sadly, us almost losing the car lost us a lot of time there. So it's a 17.009, so it's right on the edge of being a 16, so it's alright. This thing's horrendous on cold tyres, so P4 at the moment. P4 at the moment, and we're way off P3.
I saw that you were ahead, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna push it hard. And the only reason, Sean, I think I got you, I think it was the drive in. I drove it so hard in on that lap.
I think I'm the worst driver you'll ever see qualifying this car.
Yes, okay, this is awesome. We're P5. P5 is ideal because that means I was a bit worried there about being P4. Well, we're now starting on the inside. Now, out of 13 people, half that, so you get 7 and 6. 6 is probably the higher one because we're number 2. So probably top 5, top 6 we're looking at in this race. Now everyone's been very nice and completed qualifying nice and early, so we can jump straight in. P5 on the grid, I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair, considering I have not done any practice. The last race I did in this car was the live stream that you watched. On Saturday morning. That was the last one. So it's actually been about 2.5 days since I've driven this car. And I've jumped straight into it, and I'm 5th. So that's pretty decent. I literally have, I think, 2 practice laps for the video, and then everything you see in the video. That's all I've done. Oh dear, their voice chat's breaking up a bit. Right. The thing is, everyone completed qualifying so promptly. Everyone should just load in, no?
smoothness and consistency.
Who are we missing?
And that's easy.
Oh, P2. We're missing P2. Okay. Interesting, we're missing P2. Oh, there they are. There goes everybody. Nice.
P5. The track temp is 27 Celsius.
Good luck, everybody.
Try and warm the tyres up as much as we can. Right, obviously starting on the inside, which is
You need to
nice.
follow car number 4 in the inside column.
Also try and warm the tyres up as much as we can. Try and warm the tyres as much as we can by accelerating, then brake. That will warm the tyres, and warm the brakes, which will warm the tyres. So obviously, and also the weaving then, because obviously these cars, as we know already from qualifying and practice, are absolutely horrendous on cold tyres. They're not very nice to drive on cold tyres whatsoever. Now next week these things go to the USA, and then we finish off the season at Southern National, so that's quite cool. Don't go back to Charlotte, which is nice, because I hate Charlotte in these cars. Plate racing in a rookie series, I'm sorry, but no. It just doesn't work. It's absolutely insanity. Even though it's Class D people, it's just... It's absolutely nuts, honestly. It results in a big crash every time, and it's decided by luck. You can see there we've had a good jump. We've had a really good jump there, so we're into 4th place. That's why we start on the inside. That person's just hit me, and then I don't know what's happened to him. But there we go, we're up into 4th place. That's why I wanted to start 5th, not 4th. Because the person who did start 4th is now 6th. So there we go. That's why starting on the on the inside is a massive benefit of these really short tracks. Now we basically got to see what kind of pace I've got, really. Honestly, if I was to finish P4, I'd be nice and happy with that. So we'll see what I can do with it.
The leader's just done a 16.
Oh, come before there. And 6, they've touched, and there we go. There we go, right, let's take advantage of that then. We're on the inside, so we should easily get the move done. There we go. Up into 3rd place. Thanks to some contact that those two made, so that's good.
P3. Your lap time was 17.2.
That's a bonus. Car getting a little bit tight there for my liking. Although in the end, we're alright.
16.8. That lap was a 17.
We're only doing 17 zeros, but it's enough at the moment to maintain this 3rd place. And we are gaining a gap to behind a little bit. That's all we need to do, really. I'm not concerned about catching those guys ahead. Really, we only have the pace for the top. We really only have the pace for the top 4 in this race. So P3 is quite good. For that, we've just set a 16.8, so our times, obviously now we're on warm tyres, the laps will be quicker. I am always bad at qualifying in these street stocks. I'm rubbish on cold tyres. That's probably my best ever lap round here ever, a 16.7. So that's what we want to be doing. We want to be doing those 16.7s. Now, P5 is now gone into P4, and they were the person that started P4 ahead of me. So we'll see what we can do. Hang on, I'm blinking out. That's not so good. Dodgy internet. It's alright, though. But it's a cool little track, this Langley. I don't like it as much as Southern National, but I like it. It's nice. The tyres can't have gone out already because the lap times have started dropping, but there's no way that's because of tyres. There you go. Proof. We just set a 16.7. If we can keep doing 16.7s, then that will kind of ensure us to be P3. That's what the pace we need to be P3 here in this race. Already lapping somebody, actually. So they must have been involved in a crash at the start or something, I don't know. Hopefully they will be nice and get out of the way. Thank you very much. They do that nicely. And there you go. We're consistently setting these 16.7s. That probably wasn't the... Yeah, that was a bit slower because we had lap traffic. But this means... So we've currently got about... Okay, P4 and 5 are, you know, I think they're slightly gaining on us. Obviously, that is to be expected as they are the ones who qualified above us. That's why we qualified P5. One of them started on the outside and dropped back. The other had a crash, which lost them 2 positions. So that's kind of why they're a bit further down the order than they should have been. But obviously, they're going to be coming now. In fact, actually, never mind. One of them has had another incident because they're now 2.5 seconds away. So it's looking like we should get the top 4 in this race. Obviously, I'm going to try and get top 3 if I can. We're still setting 16.7s, so as long as we can stay in those 16.7s, 16.8s range, we should stay okay. We should be alright. Obviously, the lap traffic is being very cooperative at the moment.
The gap in front is now.
So hopefully that stays like that, and we can continue to set these quick laps. We're coming up on halfway already. It's obviously not the longest of races, this. Obviously the top 2 are kind of in another league to me, although I just did a 16.6. That's definitely the best lap I think I've ever done around Langley. So that's cool. We're, you know, at the end of the week I'm getting better, which is really good. But iRacing does require a lot of practice. I've learned it requires an awful lot of practice to be to start setting those laps that kind of reflect your iRating almost. You need to be really, really quick. And it takes a lot of time to learn a track. Although I have been here before, to be fair, it was on my 2nd week of iRacing, so I wasn't really caught up to speed with the car at that point. So yeah, we're doing alright at the moment. We've got another lap car here. Hopefully they will be nice and they will get out of the way. It will be appreciated if they do. In fact, I think we've already got a run on them anyway. So there we go, even without them going out of the way, we just passed them. Right, and the next lap car is that car number 10, so we'll see whether what they did in practice was just it's not how they drive, they were just, I don't know, being a bit maybe over-aggressive or something. Whoa, that guy, I thought he would slow down to get out of the way, and then he didn't. So that was interesting, that was a bit of a slow lap because of all the traffic that we encountered. In fact, a lot of people seem to have issues because a lot of people are heading into the pits at the moment. So there must have been a couple of crashes quite near each other. In fact, we're now lapping P8 now, so that kind of shows maybe how many people have had issues. There were 13 in this race, and we're lapping up to P8 almost. That's now, I think P8 is now last place on the road. Everybody else who's below that is obviously in the pits.
Thank you, sir.
Look out for the pit speed limit, pit lane speed.
Right, gap behind is still a 2nd, so this is what we need. We need it to stay like that. We're setting a 16.8 still, so the lap times are still there. The tyres are feeling alright at the moment, although we are coming up to around lap 30 soon, where that will start to degrade.
Say hi.
There you go, we've got
Thank you, sir.
got lots of lap traffic. Car number 10 nicely getting out of the way there, so maybe what they did in practice was just a bit unlucky. Again, you know, can't make a judgment on somebody totally from one racing meet. If they are a rookie as well, actually I didn't notice that, so maybe that does kind of impact how they are with the driving. They're obviously quite new to iRacing, or unsafe, depending on why they're rookie class. Obviously you can either be rookie class because you're so unsafe you can't get out of it, or because
okay, Morgan, there's a car exiting the pit, heads up.
yeah, or because
Right there. That was a 16.
you've just joined iRacing. Right, that guy nicely got out of the way there, car number 7, very, very thankful for that. So we've now lapped P8, P7 is a lap down, and they're ahead of us now, just ahead of us. Right, 16.9 that last lap, so our pace could be a bit better. I can actually feel the tyres are starting to go off now, definitely. In the last sort of 2 or 3 laps, they've started to feel a little bit dodgy, so we'll see.
0.6.
We'll see how our tyre wear progresses as we go on through this race. That last lap, yeah, we're doing 16.9s now, which to be fair is only 1 or 2 tenths off. It's really not that bad. The top 2 have gotten away from me a little bit, so maybe they haven't had as many issues with tyre wear or consistency, whichever one is at fault, although I'm pretty sure it's tyres, because I can definitely feel it. We'll see if we can try and set a quick lap now. If we can, it's consistency, but I tried to dive it into that corner, which is one of the quickest ways round here, and the car wasn't really responding quite as well, so it's definitely tyres. Now, this car number 10 is not going out of the way just yet. That was a 16.8 though, that lap, so our pace hasn't faded too badly. Hopefully car number 10 here will get out of the way. They do. Thank you very much. We will just put that in chat. Sorry. Yeah, go, thanks. I accidentally put sorry. I can't. I accidentally hit 5 on the keyboard, not 6.
The gap is now 1.0 seconds.
Alright, gap behind is still a second. They are, so yeah, the gap behind is closing. My lap times, that last lap was really bad. My tyres have kind of, it feels like they've just died on me. So we'll see what this lap is now. Maybe it was just lap traffic that I got caught up in, I don't know. But it did feel a bit dodgy, definitely. Yeah, 17 zeros we're starting to edge into now. That car should stay out of the way, yeah?
Inside's clear.
Yeah, although I had to set a slightly higher line to make sure they didn't get in my way there. Which did cost me a bit of time. Come on, we need to go now. Oh, actually, there is a new car in 4th place, so I think we'll be alright. Unless that person has a lot of pace, which they didn't earlier, we should be safe to keep this P3. P3 will be good for iRating. Obviously, we've had no incident points either, although our safety rating can't go any more up than it already is anyway. So it's been a pretty successful race, honestly. All we need now is to set these last 5 laps need to be consistent. There's not really any lap traffic in the area right now, so I think we're okay. Don't hit me! Oh my word, that was close. That was close.
Thank you.
I lost a lot of time there because I had to take a ridiculous line into the corner. That may have meant that I've given up P4. No, P3. I mean, they've now really caught up. This car, I think its tyres have started to go now. That's definitely a thing.
What's your speed?
Yeah, look, off the exit, look, that's how they got from P5 into P4, look. They must have saved their tyres by hanging at the back. Right, come on, let's try and do this. We've only got a couple of laps, so don't punt me, please don't punt me.
Thank you, 9.
I'm just waiting to be punted by that guy, to be honest. And then I'll wish I just let him by. Although saying that, maybe he's used to be all his tyres trying, because I think maybe my tyres were in a bit of a spot where they were just unusable because they've started to get a bit better. Now this is the last lap, so he might feel that he needs to absolutely just try a bit too hard, which in oval racing results normally in a crash or something bad happening. In fact, there we go, there it is, there's the stupid dive, and luckily he didn't take me out or himself out, and there we go.
Inside's clear.
We're on the podium. Good drive.
Oh, there we are. Right to the wire that went then. But there we go. We hold that P3.
Good race, everybody.
That important P3 that we were wanting. We got it nicely. There you go. Look, everyone apart from the top 6 were the only ones who finished on the lead lap in the end. But that was really close. Only 0.2 of a second in it at the end. No incident points. Oh my word, someone had 11 incidents. That's not good. That's the 11. I think no, that was the 9 car. Also, there was the 11 car that was acting like it wanted to just destroy us there. But there we go. That is pretty much alright. That is pretty fun. Now, there's going to be another video on the BMW 12 Challenge at Tsukuba. I don't really want to do that. However, I have to do a race because to count towards my credits. So that will be the next video after this one. As we wait for the results. Wait, is that it there? Yes, it is. It didn't tell me the results were through, but they are. There we go. A very decent 36 iRating. You can see there, setting that 6.89. Look, very quick lap. We were perfect on the pace. Car number 1 was just that a little bit more consistent, though, to be fair. 3,600 iRating. It's kind of going to be expected. So there we go. That was pretty good. I hope everyone enjoyed that one. Pretty decent. 36 iRating, I'll take that. And obviously our safety rating, we're just building up that cushion now by having 0 incidents, hopefully repetitively, you know? That's what we're trying to do. But anyway, hope everyone really enjoyed that one. I hope to see you in the next video. And until next time, goodbye. Wait, that was not my goodbye. Goodbye!